Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the backstory. If you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. Now ladies and gentlemen, the topical issue that has been trending in the country is the issue of abductions and the question of who abducted these guys. But we are now happy to report that we have the 4 guys. They were released yesterday in different places in the country. We thank God that they are reunited with their families. And we managed to get some recording of Billy Mwangi's dad, where he talked about the release of his son. And also we have an audio recording of KIBET Bull, where he was called by a friend of his and he explained what happened. So I want us to listen and then come back and discuss.
Wewe mzee,
wanasema hizo logins zako.
Unajua watu wanasema pale ni kama hujaachiliwa, wanasema ni DCI wako na nini? Wako na
unanijua kafanya.
Nakujua.
Yangu kila kitu.
Naijua.
Sasa ni hivyo, ni mimi.
Bwana tulikuwa tumeshtuka, but tunashukuru Mungu umerudi man. Na uendelee tu kuinject.
But itabidi nicheze save na hizo injection kidogo.
Kwa nini umekushika?
Wewe enda siku moja uone.
Hey, welcome back man.
Shukran sana.
Yoko. Wewe ulijua tuko 2025 kweli?
25 I was away the other day.
Sasa ulijua mwaka ikiruka ama umeamka tu kapata tuko 2025?
Nilikuwa nikicount kila siku asubuhi nasema leo ni date.
Hey, welcome back man. Tulikuwa tumeshtuka man.
Poleni but niko sawa sasa.
Sawa, welcome.
Hebu nisaidie uambie watu tu
sasa. Sawa.
Mtoto amekuja nyumbani saa 2, amekuja kwa nyumba na ako sawa. Tumefurahi na bibi yangu, furaha ambayo mpaka saa hii we have not recovered from that happiness because it was really a trauma, but now that he has come, hiyo mambo yote ya shida na nini, let us just keep it behind us. Let us stay with the boy. We watch him, but the boy is okay. Mimi ningewashukuru Wakenya wote sababu ya maombi. Ningeshukuru kanisa sababu ya maombi. Kila mtu ameniombea na akalia na mimi. Maombi yetu yote tumeisikia.
Now ladies and gentlemen, these guys, as you know, were abducted like late last year, and they spent their Christmas and early New Year in abduction. But the question that Kenyans are asking is, who abducted them? Remember, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, the police force or the police service denied any involvement in the abductions. When the IG was asked, he said they are not involved. So the question that Kenyans are asking is, who is this who has the guts to abduct Kenyans, detain them somewhere in a secret place, then release them in a coordinated kind of way? Who is this guy? That is what Kenyans are asking. If the police are not involved, who is involved? And I want to agree with Robert Alai. Robert Alai yesterday tweeted something that some people took it lightly, but it's something which is very serious. He wrote that to the DCI, and he said that the DCI, something is very wrong, and the person who is going to suffer out of this is the president. So while analyzing this, I was trying to ask myself, like, why is the president going to suffer? One, it's not only the president, but it is the country as a whole, Kenya. You know, we have an image here to protect as a country, because whatever has been happening in the country is sending a very bad signal out there. Kenya has been known as like the most peaceful country, very democratic, where people enjoy their freedom of speech and all that. But we also need to understand that the freedom of speech comes with responsibility. So what is expected is that whenever someone is arrested, let's take for example, if it was the police officers who are abducting or arresting these guys, what is expected is that whoever has been arrested needs to appear before a court of law within 24 hours. So if these guys, let's assume they were arrested by police officers, they ought to have been taken to a court within 24 hours. Then charges are read for them, and they are either detained, jailed, or released on bond. But here is a case whereby people have been abducted, no one knows where they are, and no one knows who is abducting them. So what message are we sending to the international community, to our friends? That it is very easy in Kenya. It's very easy for someone to abduct even a foreigner in Kenya, and the police will not know where that person is, and that person can just disappear. So it gives a very, very bad picture about our police force, because if they have denied that they don't know who is doing all this, that admits they are incompetent. They cannot provide security to Kenyan citizens and even foreigners. So that is one bad image that the whole of this circus is sending out there about the country. The second one, the second image or which this is portraying is that as a country, if this is happening, if it's being done by security personnel, then it means that in Kenya you can be arrested or you can be abducted and detained somewhere without one, following the laid down regulations according to the constitution. You can't be detained without following the law and not taken to a court of law to be prosecuted. That is if these abductions were being done by the police force. So what I was trying to say is that the DCI who are mandated with the responsibility to investigate such heinous crime, if it was not being done by the police force, then they should tell Kenyans who did all this. Because by now I think they should know. They should be knowing who has been abducting Kenyans if they are not police officers. And that is what they should tell Kenyans. They should come out openly and tell Kenyans, we are not involved in this, but we are investigating. And after a short time, they need to tell Kenyans that after carrying out investigations, these are our findings. These are the people that have been abducting Kenyans, or these guys have been lying to Kenyans that they are abducted, and they need to be charged in a court of law for doing that. But if they just leave it that way, then they are leaving room for speculations, and they are sending fear to Kenyans and even to the international communities or foreigners who want to invest in Kenya. So what the police should also do, if they were not involved, is to ask the guys who are abducted, who have been released, to report. Because one, when they got lost, when they were abducted, their immediate family members reported to the nearest police station. So there is an OB number. So the investigation is still active. So what the police officers need to do is to call these guys so that they can record a statement. One, they need to go to the hospital so that they are tested. Were they harmed where they were detained? Kenyans need to know what happened during that detention or abduction or wherever they are or they were. What happened to them? Because the kind of information that we are getting, like the one from KIBET pool, is that he was released, and at around 3 a.m. in the morning, he went to a disco matanga at 3. Then later in the day is when he booked a vehicle. Very late in the day at around 3 or 4, he booked a vehicle coming to Nairobi. This guy did not even communicate with his family members after being released. So Kenyans need to know what happened. We don't need to be in the dark. So they need to go to the hospital so that, one, they can be tested. They get to know their mental state, what happened to them. Then after that, they need to go to the nearest police station where it was reported that they were abducted, so that investigation can be carried out. But the way things are happening right now in Kenya, it's like we are on a free mode. No one can like take up such serious issues and address them in a way that Kenyans and even the international community can be satisfied that we have a legitimate government that is able to handle issues, and they are settled in a way that all parties are satisfied. So the police force and the government needs to address some of these issues, because there are a lot of questions that have remained unanswered in all this. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll keep monitoring what's happening to these guys, and then we'll keep you updated whenever we get any information. But for now, that is all from us. Until next time, bye bye. But if you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video.